5 years ago, I was so blessed with the opportunity to bring my daughter into this world. Now, over the past 5 years, her hair has grown and flourished, and I owe it all to a very simple and effective hair regimen and the use of natural products that I'm gonna share with you in this video. Now, the first thing that I do is I get ready to wash her hair. And as you can see, her hair is dry, it's dull, it's dirty, and it's lifeless. On top of all of that, it's very tangled. So what I do is I separate her hair into 4 sections, which do not have to be perfect, but they do help me to detangle her hair in a more organized way. Then I use my DIY hair detangler to detangle her hair. Now, in the past, when she was younger, I used only natural hair products on her hair. So I would use the Kinky Curly leave-in conditioner to detangle her hair, and then I would actually rinse it out. However, as she got older, I noticed that I need to use more of the products as her hair got longer, and it became very pricey. So I ended up using any rinse out conditioner just because I could rinse it out. I felt like it wasn't staying on her hair and there wasn't going to be product buildup. So as long as I was able to rinse it out, it didn't really matter which conditioner I used. Now, since I have discovered this DIY detangler, I really fell in love with it. It really helps to melt the tangles right out of her hair, and it makes the detangling process so much easier. So what I do is I spray one of those 4 sections with the DIY detangler at a time, and then I proceed to finger detangle her hair. Now, at this point, you can add a conditioner to add some extra slip, but it's not necessary. Now, once I've gotten out most of her shed hairs and I feel like there's no more finger detangling that I can do, I further detangle her hair with an afro pick or a wide tooth comb. So I repeat this process throughout all of the 4 sections of her hair, and once each section is completed, I put her hair in a bantu knot, and this helps to keep her hair from getting tangled all over again. Once her hair has been all detangled and it's in those 4 sections of bantu knots, I take down each section one at a time and I wash her hair. Now, when I wash her hair, I will focus on the one section and I will only focus on her scalp. I will try and get the shampoo on her scalp and not her actual hair strands. The reason for that is because I do not want to strip her natural oils off of her hair. I'd like to keep as many natural oils on her hair as possible. And once her scalp is clean, I rinse each section. I get out all the shampoo and then I put the section back in a bantu knot. Now, it's very important that I wash her hair in bantu knots only because her hair is very fine and it's very fragile and it gets tangled really easily. So sectioning her hair actually really helps me to do the best job that I can, and it really helps me to help her to retain length. So once again, I'm going to repeat the process for you. What I do is I wash her scalp and I try and stay away from her hair strands as much as possible. Then once that is done, I go ahead and rinse her hair, and then I put her hair back into a bantu knot. Her hair has gotten so long because her regimen is so simple and so effective. I mean, just look at how long it is. Look at the length. And just in case you were wondering what her hair type was, or her curl pattern, it's 3C. It really doesn't curl. It just has waves, a wave-like pattern, and when her hair dries, it really just puffs up. So once I've rinsed out all her hair and I've put all her hair in bantu knots, I let her take a shower, and then I let her rinse her hair one last time with water while the bantu knots are still in. That is a very important key because little children will get their hair tangled all over again. So the final rinse that she does is to ensure that the conditioner is out, but the bantu knots are left in so that she doesn't retangle her hair. Now, once her hair is all rinsed out, I pat dry her hair with a towel, and this is to get out all the excess water. Then I use a little bit of my Alopecia Free Shea Butter mixture to help soften the twists so that it's easier to take them out without adding any tangles. Now, this makes her hair super soft and it makes the rest of styling a lot easier. Then what I do is I add my Alopecia Free leave-in oil mixture to lock in some of that moisture from the water and to add shine. Now, once that has been completed, I add a little bit more of the Alopecia Free Whipped Shea Butter, and this is to ensure that her hair stays moisturized and soft. It locks in all the moisture from the water and the oil, and it even gives her hair a little bit of hold once I'm ready to style it. So it really does come in handy for a majority of things, and you guys know I use it, I love it, her hair loves it, so I just continue to use what works. So once I add in those products, I braid her hair, and I'm going to repeat this over the next 4 sections. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave the 4 braids in overnight so that her hair dries. That way I can style it a little bit better in a stretched out state. And for you guys, I have a little bit of something special at the end, which this braiding her hair and leaving it overnight is going to help me with. So I go ahead and repeat this throughout all 4 sections. I add a tiny bit of the Alopecia Free whipped shea butter, followed by the Alopecia Free leave-in oil mixture, and then I follow that with a little bit more Alopecia Free whipped shea butter. Both of our hair loves this shea butter and it loves the regimen. You can see how her hair is just growing and flourishing from the products and the regimen. So now guys, on to the surprise that I wanted to share with you. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to flat iron a little section of her hair. And why I'm going to do this for you is so that you can see the true length of her hair without me pulling on the strands. So the next day, now that these 4 sections are fully dried, I'm going to flat iron her hair for you. Now in order for me to do this, I put a little bit of oil on my fingers just so I can take the braids out that I had put in the day before. I just finger detangle it very gently. Then what I do is I add a little bit of my Alopecia Free whipped shea butter to her hair, and this is actually for added protection from the heat. Once that is on, I put on a heat protector and then I flat iron her hair. Now while I do this, I want to share with you that I do not flat iron her hair at all. She has never had her hair fully flat ironed, and this is because of her hair type and the length. Her hair is so beautiful just in its natural state that I really just leave it alone. Once I wash it, I braid it, or sometimes I blow dry it, but for the most part it's a very decent length. It's very pretty, so I really just leave it alone. But also one of the main reasons why I don't touch her hair is because she's a 5-year-old and she tends to play around a lot, and she would sweat that flat iron hair out in one day, so there really is no point for me to flat iron her hair. However, if you're interested in me flat ironing her whole head of hair, then you can go ahead and just like this video. So now that her hair is straightened in this section, what I want to do for you is a haphazard length check. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this measuring tape and I'm going to measure it for you, and you can see that her hair is 19 inches long. Now even though this is only the back section, I can assure you that her hair is the same length throughout. Now one thing that I didn't mention throughout the video is that my daughter's hair is very fine, it is very fragile, so being able to master her hair regimen has made it possible for me to grow her hair to butt length or to 19 inches in 5 years. So guys, I really hope that this helps you with some tips as to how to grow your child's hair a little bit longer or your own hair. The products have helped, the regimen has helped, and being consistent is key. Also, if you have not liked my Facebook page, please like my Facebook page, because that is how I'm going to be connecting with you guys this winter. I also post pictures on there, so go like my Facebook page. That's really going to help me stay connected to you guys. And guys, thank you so much for coming back and watching another video. Don't be a stranger, let's stay connected, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.